Happy Monday, everybody. This is Professor Bauer. Welcome to week 8. We have planned the procurement and now we're in the process of executing it. How do we analyze the various responses to our RFXs? How do we make our decisions on supplier selection? How do we negotiate and make those decisions? So, lots to talk about and lots to do. So, let's get started. The agenda at a glance, we have a fair amount of reading, a case study, and to research agile procurement in IoT in the financial industry. We'll start talking about the project execution, as I mentioned earlier. In addition to the week's new material, we start to combine pieces of each of the weekly assignments, the negotiation section from week 4. We integrate that material on contract management. We put that into week 7. The stuff from week 7 goes into the assignments for week 8. So we'll look at RFX response data, how to prioritize suppliers. We'll figure out using principled negotiation practices, no kneecapping or anything like that, figuring out how to create win-win situations and what kind of working relationship will we have between us as purchaser and supplier. And we create the procurement approach and communications plan as we continue to move forward. Whoops. Go back here. Activities for the week. Reading and instructional materials. There's a good section in the Nicoletti textbook. 2 good discussions that will directly feed into your assignment, which is the procurement approach and communications planning. Okay. Discussion 1. In all things being principled in terms of contract negotiations. Remember in chapter 4 you looked at, or week 4, you looked at some of the variables there. How can we and other managers use portfolio agility to shift resources to the most attractive opportunities? And make sure in response to classmates' posts, you're making suggestions of things they may consider, good follow-ups, not just, hey, yeah, thanks, that's great. You're wonderful. We are all wonderful. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty here. All right, discussion 2. You're going to make that right partner, and in preparation for part 3 of the procurement plan, that's going to go in the final course portfolio assignment. Share your ideas about your supplier selection and your contract, good discussions, follow-ups, etc. First post by Wednesday, last by Sunday night. Here's the assignment. Key deliverables, some of which will go in the final assignment, and some will go in the 50-point assignment for this week. So establish your supplier selection and contract approach. Complete part 3 of the project procurement plan. Now, if you have a chart or 2 that you want to use in your 5-pager for the second part, you can, but don't just do page 5 or the 5-page document being the procurement plan. So create a narrative describing your project's supplier selection approach and contract approach. Include a table. Now, you can get that table, of course, from the project procurement plan. This is a narrative. This is a story that says this is how we're going to do it. It's not a formal thing that you'd hand off to a client, but or a supplier, but it is the narrative. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. These are the guidelines, etc. Your deliverable is a narrative, including at least one table in a Word document, limited to 5 pages in length. Remember all that good stuff in terms of Turabian author date, citations, etc. Okay, remember the rubric's your friend in content, clarity, and grammar. This is a 50-point assignment. Do the work well because part of it will be going into the major portfolio assignment at the end of the term. We will have a Zoom room this coming Thursday, 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. Keep that in mind. We'll walk through the writing assignment. We'll zoom the lens out in the context of not only the week's assignment, but the final assignment for your project procurement plan. You should have a good sense of what's already done and prepared in the template, and then what's going to be the assignment for this coming week. Here are the coordinates. As always, have a great week. We'll be chatting with you during the discussion parts of things. Stay on top of this. Keep reading Nicoletti. Have a great week. Bye-bye now.